Hey guys, welcome back to Learning Journey. Have you ever wondered that how data scientists and machine learning engineers are efficiently deploying, managing, and maintaining the machine learning models at scale? Well, in today's video, we're going to dive into the magic behind the machine learning operations and how it's transforming the way we deploy the machine learning models and how this overall workflow would work. If you're someone who is a data scientist or an IT professional or a DevOps engineer, stick with me till the end because I'll take you to the top 10 ways as how MLOps is helping the organization to save time, improve the productivity, and create smoother machine learning pipeline. First one is improved collaboration between the teams. By having this MLOps approach, it is going to bridge the gap between the data science and the operations team. Now, by doing this, this will allow them to work together in a seamless manner. Now, this actually improves the overall communication and it will help in streamlining the project handoffs. And this will mainly reduce the bottlenecks and the miscommunication. And the second one is faster model deployment. Now, with MLOps practices in picture, the models are actually deployed in a much faster way, and this will automate the overall deployment process as well. And this MLOps, it will take away a lot of manual effort, which we used to do it as a data scientist. So this will help the data scientist to focus on building the models rather than spending weeks or months together in figuring out on the deployment aspect. And with this MLOps in place, so we have the automated monitoring and logging. The MLOps is going to integrate the monitoring and the logging system, which is going to track the models in real time. This will help us in detecting the issues like model drift or data anomalies. Now, this automated monitoring is going to reduce the time as well as the effort which is required to ensure the models remain accurate and relevant, which means that the models that you have deployed, it's working in an optimized manner so far, even after you have deployed for so many days. So, which means it will help you to track the performance of the machine learning models. And if there's a decline in the performance, you can straight away take the action, and this will minimize your business risk. Next, the easier experimentation and version control. The MLOps is going to support the experiment tracking and the version control for the data set. And not only that, it will help us in tracking the models as well as the source code as well. This means as a data scientist, you can run multiple experiments, compare the result, and easily revert to the previous version if it's required, which means it's going to give you a productivity boost as a data scientist. Focus on the experiment and switch back to the one if you wish to switch back to the earlier version. Then the other key step that we have got is reproducibility of machine learning models. Now, when we start conducting the machine learning experiment, so we will get a better accuracy model. Now, how can you reproduce it? Well, with having a systematic MLOps pipeline, this will enable the teams, the data science teams, can reliably reproduce the past experiment, and it will also help us in reliably in forming the results, in reproducing those results in a reliable manner. And this is specifically crucial whenever you're working with the industries such as banking and finance industry, where there's a strict compliance what that would ensure that models are actually consistent and reliable. And the next benefit is model reusability and modularization. So instead of building the models each part from scratch, the teams with this approach, they can actually use the shared components, and this will help them in saving the time and standardizing the process across the project. Then enhanced model scalability. So once you have the model which is production ready, the MLOps tools can support scaling that model for different user group, traffic loads, and geographic region, all while keeping the performance consistent. And next one is advanced CI/CD pipeline for machine learning. So with this continuous integration and continuous deployment in the MLOps, this will help us in keeping the model updated as new data arrives. And this setup maintains the model's accuracy by frequently retraining and redeploying it in response to the data changes. That means with the advanced CI/CD pipeline, you're actually able to bring up the DevOps like features to the machine learning project, which is in demand these days. And it is one of the important skill set to have to survive in this rapidly evolving phase of AI that we are in. And another beauty thing about this MLOps is data lineage and governance. So this MLOps is going to enable the data lineage tracking, which is very much essential for data governance and compliance. Because when you think about the machine learning model or a Gen AI model, it's dependent on the data set. Now, if the data that we are working at, if you are able to track it, and more importantly, in the compliance sectors like banking and healthcare, for some of the projects that we have worked with, so data lineage is one of the critical aspect of it. So with this MLOps approach, this will enable the data lineage tracking, which is essential for data governance and the compliance. And team will know exactly where their data comes from and how it's processed. Now, this is going to build the trust and ensures the regulatory compliance. And number 10, it's cost efficiency and resource optimization. By automating and optimizing these workflows, this MLOps is going to reduce the resource usage and lowers the overall cost, which means with better resource management, the teams can allocate more budget to the high impact areas like model training rather than just wasting the resources on manual processes. So, folks, so you have actually learned as what are the 10 ways that MLOps can actually streamline and elevate your machine learning workflows. So as your model grows complex, adopting to this MLOps becomes essential for any organization which is aiming to achieve efficiency, scalability, and success. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more MLOps content, and let us know in the comments as how MLOps has impacted your projects and what are the tools that you're using. If you're interested in learning more about MLOps, so check out the link that we have provided in the description and join me on our next webinar. And I'll see you next time on our next video. Take care, everyone.